So I would like to share with you a few words about the purpose of Kabbalah Center. And of course, it's behind the word Kabbalah. And the Kabbalah wisdom, it's a very, very ancient wisdom that predating the religions, predating most of the things that are available out there as schools, as cultures. It's considered to be one of the first wisdom that was meant to give us the idea how we can live life, how we can understand the rules of the game called life. It's explaining the structure of this universe, physically, spiritually, mentally, relationship-wise. So it's meaning that it's related to every subject of life. More than that, it's explained to us that there is a system, there is an order. There are rules that governing everyone, no matter if you are in Russia or in South Africa or in Brazil. The same cosmic rules are governing all of us. It's not something that we're learning in school. We're learning many great things in school, but about the rules that govern each and every one of us, about the DNA of creation, the reason why we are here, nobody talked to us in life. And the wisdom of Kabbalah is devoted to educate humanity so they know the reason and their purpose of their lives. The word Kabbalah means to receive. To receive. Explaining to us that each and every one of us is like a sponge, it's like a vessel, it's like a cup that's meant to receive happiness, meant to receive fulfillment, meant to receive success, meant to receive great relationship, family, all the great things of life we meant and we deserve to receive. The question is how to receive them. The question is if there is some kind of a system that can help us, that I know that I do 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and it's going to help me really to receive what I want. And at times, because we're not aware of the cosmic laws, we want the wrong things. We're chasing the wrong people. We're chasing maybe we are located in the wrong job place. Maybe we are in the wrong relationship. Why? Because we're not really aware of the consequences. We're not really aware of why I make those choices. So today we chose to speak about this, subject called money that brought a full house. So I believe that there is a lot of energy behind this word money, yes? Probably there is a lot of concerns. There are many questions around these subjects. There is so much energy surround this word money and so many negative things that attach to it and so many difficulties, so many fears, so many worries. If you have it and if you don't have it. Very interesting. I would like us to do like with a small workshop. And in that workshop, you will have to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, okay? But it's going to make you very happy in the end. Now it's not making you very happy, I know. But after you do it, you will feel energized. You will see, it's beautiful. What I would like you to do is choose a partner that you don't know and share with him about the different questions that you want to be answered for you today. Of course, introduce yourself, say who you are in 2 words, and then say, what are your question marks regarding these subjects? Okay? Let's take 5 minutes. You excited? Let's do it. I'm sure that many of us not really business people here, but some of us for sure, yes. But the word business, it's a very interesting word. Um, Everything that I'm going to talk to you about, it's coming from the ancient teaching, and it's coming from a special book that called the Book of the Zohar. And this book is 2,000 years old. And it says a very specific language. It says the language of Aramaic. It's a language that used to be spoken 2,000 years ago by many, many sages. Even Christ himself used to speak this language. If you saw the movie The Passion of Christ that made by Mel Gibson maybe 15 years ago, he showed how Christ even spoke this language. So many, many sages throughout history spoke this sacred language. Why? Because this language is the code to understand life. It's not just a ways of communication. So in the language of Aramaic, business, it means esek. And esek means, it's coming from the word to deal. Like we say, we make in business what we do, we make deals. But it says that each and every one of us are supposed to really know how to deal with different projects, to deal and to learn how to manage the money that we have. If it's from a salary, then we need to learn how to manage it. Or if it's making decisions in different projects, different business decision, how to deal with money. But it's not about making, it's how you're dealing with it. And this is a key word for us today. So there are so many people in the world that are within this chase after money. And they're almost addicted to it. We are so attached to this energy force. We are so obsessed by it at times that it's creating a lot of negative effect to it. And most of the wars, most of the bloodsheds, most of the problems between countries are all based on this subject called money. There are many family fights that also based on this subject, especially when there is an heritage, yeah? Sometimes it's an amazing family that everything goes well, but when it's coming to split the inheritance, all the negativity, all the attachment, all the selfishness is coming out there. So, what is it? Why? I mean, the Kabbalists explain to us in their books that money is extension of the cosmic energy. Meaning that, when we look at the cosmos, there is divine source of energy, of positivity. And it says that money is one of its extensions. It means that it can create a lot of happiness to everyone it's come to. It can build and construct amazing things. And humanity is able to do that. We created an amazing things with this source of money. But also, since it's a raw energy, we can take this energy of money and we can direct it towards terrorism. We can direct it towards greed, corruption. We can direct it to selfishness and ignorance. So it's not just about the subject itself or this energy itself. It's what we're going to do with it. That's what counts, and that's what's going to make all the difference. So many of us need to learn how to deal with this energy and to extract the good of it. The moment we will learn the secret behind it, most likely that it will give us more sustenance, more pleasure, more abundance, and all the things that we want in life. So let's talk a little bit about the evolution of money. How did it really develop? So we know that it starts in the beginning. Someone wants to get married, so he's going to the master of the house and tells him, I want your daughter. So say, yeah, my daughter costs 5 camels. 5 camels. So he's bringing 5 camels and there is an exchange. And for everything, in the old days, there was some kind of an exchange. There was no real currency. There was no real money. And later on, we start inventing something that allow us more easily to exchange, because people said, we cannot just replace animals and vegetables. It's too heavy, yeah? So we decided to bring about what we call the coins. And usually it was silver coins that been used most of the time. And interestingly, the word money in Aramaic, in Hebrew, it's kesef. And kesef means silver. It's also a very key, important thing to understand. And silver, we know that it's a metal, and it's not necessarily super expensive like gold, but it represents something. The Kabbalists explain to us that there are 3 types of metals that are the main metals that represent energy. And one of them is the silver. The other one is the gold. And the third one is the copper. Okay? Those are the main. Of course, now we know that there are many others, different kinds of metals. But the silver represents what we call the right column energy. Because in Kabbalah, everything is divided to 3 columns. Right, left, and center. Okay? That's how you measure energy. There is a relation to the structure of the atom. Because we know that within the atom, there is the electron, the proton, and the neutron, yeah? And that's what creates energy. Without it, it's impossible really to activate any energy. So in Kabbalah, it's the same thing. So silver has a connection to a certain energy. And that energy called silver. Silver relates to the right column. Gold relates to the left column. Copper relates to the center column. Now, the right column, what does it represent in terms of Kabbalah? It represents the force of mercy. It represents the force of giving. Versus the left column, it's where the desire to receive comes. So many people that you see that are obsessed by gold. For example, if you study the Egyptians in the Pharaoh time, everything was surround gold. Why? Because the energy around Egypt at that time, they were the richest country in the world one time. It was all about the desire to receive. This is the reason it's represented by gold. But interestingly, we are talking today about money, and to understand this energy that is coming from the right column called silver, which is the type of sharing. But when you look at money, what do you think? How I'm supposed to share with it, or I'm supposed to receive it? What do you think usually? Give it to me. Show me the money. Yeah? Show me the money. This is what we think of. So maybe this is something that we need to look in a different way. We need to look in a different way. Because now we see that money is starting to change. It means that it's losing its physicality. So from coins, it's moved to bills. And from bills, it's moved to credit cards. And now every transaction is being made on the internet. And now we're talking about the cryptocurrency. You know, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg just declared a couple of days ago about new currency. He's going to call it the Libra. It's going to be a cryptocurrency. And with that cryptocurrency, he wants to eliminate a lot of the charges that banks take from us. Because with money, we know that banks make the most eventually. Why? Because every transaction, there is a fee. But, you know, people are starting to evolve. We are in humanity starting to evolve. And we don't want to feel that things are taking from us with no reason. Everyone, we become more smarter. intelligence, communication, information is so available that everything is more transparent. So stealing or overcharging is becoming more difficult. And there are some good people. There are some good people that wants for us to bypass the things that overcharging us. So let's see, maybe it's a good thing. But what we know today, that it's easier to spend than ever. Yeah? Once we have the attachments to the bills, and the bills, because they replaced so many ends, they were like stinky already. Yeah? But we carry them, but it was very hard to spend. Now you just need to slide a credit card, or you come with your phone and you do this Google Pay or Apple Pay, tick. That's it. You don't even feel that you made an effort. You don't really. There is a reason for that. It's part of evolution. It's part of the advancement that all of us going through. There is no coincidence why money is developed to that place. So eventually, we will understand what is the true purpose of money. And what is the true purpose of money, according to Kabbalah? I show you. Money original was not meant to be the purpose. It's meant to be the means to help us to evolve spiritually, to grow our understanding. It was meant to be something that's supposed to help us to share more in our lives. Our sustenance doesn't come from the physical interaction. We think, if I'm going to make this step or that step, this business deal, choose this place of work, that's what's going to bring me my income. I'm relying on my boss. When you look at your boss, you think, oh, this is my God. He's my God. He's giving me the salary. So therefore, I should be like, you are the boss. You are my master, yeah? No, of course, I'm there to earn my living. But the true blessing of sustenance comes from the cosmic energy, which is available endlessly. It's a flawless universe. There is endless abundance. Yeah, most of you thinking, but why it's not coming to me? Yeah, but it came to Zuckerberg. Yeah, there is a reason. He maybe, and many others today, were able to access like the safe of money and being able to draw much more than any of us can dream of. How come? What is the secret there? Why we see like so many companies that grow so much rapidly and becoming a multi-billion dollars companies? Why we see those kind of companies make it happen versus other companies going down? You will see that many of the modern companies, they are basing their attitude and their mission statement not really about receiving money. What they're basing their needs and their purpose is how they can add value, how they can solve problems to humanity. Those are the new reach. Those are the successful companies and people that will have lasting fulfillment. We see that. Google, Facebook, LinkedIn. There are so many others that they're all about renewing, and they're all about adding some kind of value to us as consumers and adding something to the world which help us to solve and make things much easier. And many times saving us a lot of money because of their services. True or not? This is the new way of thinking. And we need also to adapt this way, even if we don't have a business. Even if we're just workers, understanding that when I'm going to work, I'm not working because all I want is the salary in the end of the month so I can go and spend it recklessly. I want to go and work and I can add value to what I do. I enjoy to earn this money. It's not, for me, it's not really about the money. It's more about doing what I'm passionate about. This is going to give much more energy to this salary or to this amount that I'm going to receive in the end of the project. Much more. It's all making the difference. I know that when I'm thinking about it, it seems to be not so practical. But in Kabbalah, we teach that everything is about consciousness. Everything starts here. Yeah? The moment I will decide something here, it will proceed with my emotional level, it will proceed with active actions, and it will proceed eventually to fruits. Sometimes the fruit seems to be beautiful, but if my consciousness was not in the right place, with money, with business, suddenly the money going to disappear. Suddenly it's going to be attached to some kind of chaos, some kind of loss. Did it happen to us that we felt so many accidents around and attached to money, to possession of money? Stolen, lost, fines. Why is it happening? Why do we need to experience it? Why we cannot just enjoy from the blessings that we have? Why we waste the money on things that are not really important without even noticing? I'm going to the shopping mall and like a zombie, entering to the shop, taking it, and then I look at it and say, yeah, but I don't really need it. It means that something is lacking within the energy of money that is in my possession. So the moment I will learn to change that, and today we're going to start practicing it, I'm also going to give you like a tool for that. A practical tool that you can start practicing. But I would like to do another workshop with you first. And I want you to pick another partner. Or maybe let's do it like in triple, like 3 people, where you share all the fears that the subject of money awaken within you. All the fears, all maybe negative emotions that it's awakening within you. Just share the worries. Okay? Let's take 5 minutes again. Most of us thinking that fear, worries, anxieties, thinking about the future, it's something that relates to people that have less of this money. But I can tell you as a fact, we're meeting with people that making a lot of money in their lives, that have very, very similar emotions related to money. Even though they have a lot of money in their bank accounts, for some reason, they always worry that people are going to take from them. They always worry that what will happen if they lost everything, and they lost all the prestige, and they will lose all the respect. It means that those negative emotions are not related to if you have or don't have. Okay? And I'm sure that you have that experience at times that you were very, very successful and you have everything that you needed. Still, those emotions were affecting you. So the next thing that I would like to talk about is the idea, the concept of waste versus appreciation. Versus appreciation. So it says that one of the rules, if we want that our sustenance, our blessing going to be long-lasting, and not just going to be long-lasting, whatever we earn, it will allow us to do the things that we want. Yeah? It says that each and every one of us in our potential, we're not really touching the potential yet. It doesn't mean that each and every one of us meant to be Mark Zuckerberg. No. But each and every one of us, in his potential, meant to have whatever is within his desire. Whatever is in his desire. So it says that we don't have it, not just because just the side effects, also because of the energy of waste. And you see, waste right now, it's a big question all over the world. Yeah? If you know how much food is being thrown to the garbage right now in every place in the world. It says that the food that's been thrown to the garbage can feed all the poor people in the world. If it's rightly distributed, can you imagine? We won't have any poverty in the world if we will know how to distribute only the food that we don't need. Can you imagine? It's crazy. So the energy of waste, and of course, when we look all the plastic, all the, our behavior, the way we act, our culture, and how much selfishness there is in relation to everything that we do, create a lot of waste in the world. And a lot of poison, of course. It's all as connection to our lives. But also, the moment we waste, and the moment we not appreciating every dime that we're making, and at times that we're spending things on nonsense, we're actually taking away from the energy of money. It's not like giving me really a good feeling that I can do whatever I want and I can get into debt. I don't know if they allow you in Russia to have what we call credit line. But in America, there is such a thing. And you can, they send you credit cards to home. And it's a free money. You don't have it, but you on the credit. So you have the feeling that you have. It says like every family, the average debt of every family to the credit cards, to the debitor, in America, it's about $4,000 to $7,000. You understand? It's people that spend money that they don't have. Of course, later on, they pay a lot of interest. But I say, okay, let the banks worry. I'm enjoying. But this kind of attitude, if it's been wasted towards things that are not meaningful, really. For example, when I used to live in the US, I took advantage of this also. But I made my first investment with a credit line that was given to me by the banks. So I used to buy real estate and to remodel it and to make it better, to rent it out later or to sell it after. But my first investment was thanks to this gift that I got. I didn't use it in order just to make like an expensive vacation. I made a good use, so I knew that it's going to benefit me for the future. So every decision that we make with the opportunities, the options that we have in life, really counts, really counts. And another thing is appreciation. Because the moment I waste, what does it mean? That I don't really appreciate, isn't it? Yeah? So imagine yourself like you're walking outside the Kabbalah Center on the way home, and you see 25 cents of a ruble. Yeah? How do you say it? 25 cents? How do you call it? Yes. Yeah, okay. And you look at it and you see it. Will you pick it up? No? You won't pick it up? Raise your hand. Who will pick it up? Okay, good. Good. So it says that if he's a billionaire, he says, okay, why should I waste my time? Or someone that has a lot of money. But someone that is really poor is going to go and pick it up. But it says that it doesn't matter really the amounts of money. If you have appreciation to that energy, even if you have a lot of money, you're going to go and pick it up. Why? Because there is energy there. It's energy that is on the floor, and you're going to pick it up and you appreciate it. So the question is also, how much do we really appreciate already what we earn? I mean, we all have complaints. We all have a lot of expenses, yeah, that we cannot cover. So we definitely not really appreciative of our earning. But it says that in order for us to really have more, the beginning stage is to appreciate what we have and to make use of this energy in the right way. And that will bring us to a chapter from the Zohar, from the ancient book, that discuss this matter, and really what happens when I deal with the money in the wrong way. And how am I supposed to manage this energy in my life? The Kabbalists explain to us that the energy of money came to us to manage. We don't really earn it. We think, many of the people that work very hard, and they made a lot, and they think they are the owner, they have possession over their money. But what happens when the business breaks down and everything got lost? Yeah? If they really owned it, how could it disappear? You understand this question? What happens to all those smart people in the stock market in New York that lost everything, all their money when the meltdown happened? Also in Russia a few years ago, people were celebrating, enjoying life. Money was like so accessible. Where is it now? Now it's much more difficult, isn't it? So the question is, are we really the owners of the money? The Kabbalah says no. It's been given to us as a merit, each and every one of us according to what we have. And we're supposed to manage it well. If we will learn how to manage it well, it's going to sustain us, going to give us happiness, going to help us to grow, going to help other people to grow. Yeah? It appears to be that the energy of money, no matter who it goes through, it makes him be happy, isn't it? You're trying to read it, you won't be able. I will translate to you, no worries. Someone make a deal on the internet, made an amazing amount of money, made $1 million. He going, make him very happy, of course, yeah? $1 million, wow. Now he's going to the bank, said, okay, I'm going to invest it. So the investor, he sees the opportunity, say, yes, you can invest here or there, but the investor goes home with a big smile. Wow, someone came and invested $1 million through me, I have a good commission. And money, it seems to be traveling and exchanging and replacing ends and make everyone smiling. Interesting, no? Why? Because it's energy meant to be shared. The energy of money is a sharing money. It's a right column energy, as we explained. So if I use it right, it can make many, many people happy throughout the transactions. So what the Zohar says. Now we're going to give you the Russian. Do we have a volunteer to read to everyone that it's difficult to see? Any volunteer? Any brave person?
Это пути святого, да будет он благословен. Если он дает человеку богатство, то только для того, чтобы питать мир и выполнять его заповеди. Если человек не делает этого, а напротив гордится своим богатством, то он будет уничтожен из-за этого, ибо сказано: богатство, сберегаемое владельцем его, навредит ему. Если святой, благословен он, дает детей, он дает их, чтобы они могли учиться пути святого, да будет он благословен, и соблюдать его заповеди. Написано об Аврааме: ибо я знаю его, потому что заповедает он своим сынам и дому своему после себя, им соблюдать путь Ашем, творя милость и суд. Если он не делает так, то вместо этого гордится ими, то они причинят ему боль. Ибо написано: ни сына его, ни внука не будет в народе его. Также, когда святой, да будет он благословен, дает благо и божественную красоту от Адама, он дает ее, чтобы соблюдали заповеди его и выполняли его заветы. Если вместо этого они возгордятся ею, то пострадают от красоты, которые были благословлены.
Very good. Very good job. So it says that the moment a person takes pride of his earning, of what he made in his life, and he starts to use it only for selfish reasons, he's actually going completely against the laws of the cosmos. Because the laws of the cosmos, for the new people, it works in that way that the cosmic divine energy that exists, that sustain every cell of the body, sustain every tree, every ocean, make everything alive, the same energy that makes us alive, it's an energy of sharing, yeah? And it says that each and every one of us has the DNA of that energy inside of us that can be activated. It means that the moment we learn how to activate it, how to share, how to use the blessings that we have, the talent that we have, the time that we have, the earnings that we have, for the right reason that creates circuitry and continuity, that's really sustain the reason why we came to this world. Okay? For the new people, it can be explained more in the basic course, okay? And I will tell a little bit more about it later on. But it's bringing me to a practical tool. You know, Kabbalah, it's not a religion. Kabbalah, it's more like a technology. What is a technology? What is technology? It's when, you know, technology is coming from a Latin word, tech and logia. Tech, it's related to some kind of skill, some kind of art that you use with your logic and you practice it. And, you know, we have so much technology things that really serving us every day. Technology that exists in the you know, SIM cards, Wi-Fi. There are many, many different technologies that we use. And also, Kabbalah and all the rules, all the practices that we learn are some kind of a technology that allows us to receive more. Yeah? To receive more. But instead of focusing on the receiving, because receiving is just a result of our consciousness. The receiving is the result of our actions. What we're supposed to do? What would be that technology? So the Kabbalists explain to us that there is a technology that allows us to awaken the positivity that exists within our money. Okay? That technology is also related to the alphabet that can awaken this kind of thought within us. Because, you know, if I'm really possessed and thinking, oh, what I'm going to do, I'm going to earn more, why I don't have, and I'm focusing on that, will it really help me? No, I need to focus on the solution, more of the problem, isn't it? And I need to focus on what's going to be the tools that will help me to bring different kind of ways for me to make money, to use money. Yeah? So the Kabbalists use the letters. It's something that you can learn more in that book called the 72 Names of God. When there are a couple of names that related to the sustenance, they related to awaken the true meaning that is within my soul, how to manage money in my life, how to manage this and how to draw more abundance. And the Kabbalists explain to us that everything in life is divided to 10. Our body is divided to 10 levels of energies. Every actions that we do, within it there is 10 levels. Every thing that exists, every process, every business has 10 levels to it. It's called the sfirot, the emanations. It's the structure of the world. For example, even our world is part of the 10 sefirot, and we are, in our physicality, in the word called malchut. We are in the very bottom. What can we do? The bottom is where the pain. The bottom is where the worries. The bottom is where the difficulties. It says that the difficulties, the pain, the limitations, the fears exist only in our physical domain. Yes? In the rest of the existence, which we call the flawless existence, which is called the 99% world, everything is flawless, everything is perfect. Yeah? So imagine yourself, everything that we have also divided to 10. Divided to 90% all pure energy, but 10% of it, it's related to the word of limitation. We call it the word of the opponent, the word of lack. It's the word where doubts, confusion, it's the word of struggle, it's the word of not knowing what will happen next. You understand? So it says that in order for us really to receive more in our lives, so I describe in this slide what we call the light. This is the cosmic energy that sustains us. And we are the cup. We are the vessel. Yeah? The vessel is filled. If each and every one of us has different size of vessel. It's the blessings that we have. It's the talent that we have. It's the intelligence that we have. It's the family that we have. This is our vessel. It's the sum amount of all the things that we earned in life. Okay? And let's say that our vessel is full with that. But how can I receive more? This is the question that we want. Yeah? I feel that I have the potential right now to receive more, but for some reason there's some blocks within my vessel. Something not allow it really to fulfill me to the extent that I want. Yes? So what will I do? The light is endless, but for some reason my vessel is blocked. What next? So there comes the tool that is going to be a little bit out of your box. Some of you are going to be very skeptic about it. But it's a tool that if you give it a chance and you try, you will see amazing things happening. Are you willing to? Should I go next? Okay. Da. Uy, what did I do? It says that the minimum giving that someone do in order to receive more from the cosmos is he have to deduct 10% of everything he has. It could be on a monthly basis, on a daily basis. says that this energy, to allow this to be given towards a right cause, some cause that can allow more giving, helping, to some cause that is really meaningful, yeah? That you know that's really helping out there, will eventually allow the cosmic energy to give me more. Yeah? So imagine yourself, you have 100% of your time, you have 100% of your money, whatever it is. Doesn't matter the amounts. You have 100% of your time. Most of the time, you focus about yourself. You're not thinking, oh, should I give so I can receive more? Nobody thinks this way. Those companies, they got the trick. All those startup companies, what they did, say, we're going to build something, we're going to give you for free. Try 1 year, 2 years. They are patient. They are patient. What's up? You know, we've been using WhatsApp, I don't know, for more than 12 years, 15 years, I don't know how long. It was free. Yeah? Free service, giving to everyone. Suddenly, so many people. Eventually, our friend Mark Zuckerberg buy this application from a Ukraine guy that lives in the US, $19 billion. So he was just giving, investing, trusting that what he does help people, solving problems, sharing. He didn't think he's going to receive 19 billion. Go and ask, no way in the world he thought, he ever dreamed that he's going to receive so much money for this application. This is the secret that we don't know. We thinking, okay, if I invest this amount, I will grow my business to that level. But the beauty is to receive things that are beyond your expectation. And the technique for that, the technology, is the minimum technology, I'm saying. You can extend it to 20%, yeah? But the minimum technology is that I devote 10% of everything that I have, including my time, including my skills, including my talent, to share unconditionally. That's the technique. And see what happens. Said, in that moment, the light that enters fills the vessel, but it's also extending the vessel. This is the way to extend, really. So in reality, why do I give the minimum of that 10%? Why I've been asked to do that? So many religions been using that, but they don't know really the technique, the reason, the true reason. They say, yeah, I want you to help us so we can grow. I want you to help us, you need to give back because we give you so much. Yeah, that's what they say in religion. But the Kabbalists explain that the only thing why we give, we want to take out the 10% that's ruled by the physical world, that's ruled by limitations. I want to take from that 10% the energy of fear, of worry, of thinking small, of anxiety, of confusion. I want to remove it for my blessing. It's like poison, because the moment it's there, it's poisoning the rest of my earning, the rest of my abundance. It's a tool for me really to actually remove all my attachments and all my negativity that relates to money. So said, what is really the results of that? The result of that is very interesting. Many people are practicing it as students, and any of you students that are interested to learn more, please talk to your personal coach, teacher. It says that many people that start giving it unconditionally, because, it seems that if I do something like that, how can I do it really with happiness that I'm getting rid of poison that relates to that money? Yeah? It says that the best way to do it is really when I'm excited about the opportunity of sharing. And if you see many times in your life when you did something unconditional towards another person, you were fulfilled and happy. You weren't thinking about yourself. You were willing to give just for the sake of helping another person. And it immediately gave you a good feeling. But behind the good feeling, it's actually the Creator creating some kind of circuitry with us, that we meant really to exchange this energy in our life. We're managing our energy in the right way. 90% it's more than enough to make us secure. Anyone, if I tell you today, listen, your time is minus 10%. Your money is minus 10%. Will you be able to live? Yes or no? Who said no? You should give to him. So, it is possible. It says that the whole idea of circuitry in life is very, very important. Because within our nature, we are focusing only on receiving all the time. This is our nature. So it says, the Kabbalist explains to us that restriction, resistance to our nature create abundance. This is how many people become very, very rich and powerful. Why? They wake up early. So they sacrifice from their sleep. They work many hours. They sacrifice of their time. Yeah, of course, it was towards something. Some of the time also they give an help to others. So restriction of my natural desire to receive, that's what generates abundance. It's a technology. And this is what I want you to try when you go home. Each and every one to his own level. Make sure that you're doing your giving, the part, a 1 hour of volunteering, giving some charity, but you do it with pleasure. Not looking at it as a burden in your life. And if you do it with the right consciousness, you will see that suddenly things are starting to feel different. Opportunities. Things starting to open up for you. Why? Because you create some kind of circuitry, allowing the cosmos to give us more. The Kabbalist explains to us that one of the biggest gifts of sharing, and it's something that I practiced when I came to the center as a student, in my time, in my mind, in everything. It got me so excited. And what I felt is the best feeling in the world. That I know that everything that I need will be provided to me. Imagine yourself, you have this feeling inside of you. No worries. Things are not going well, yeah. And it might be that even after you give, things not going to be perfect. But deep inside, you will have the feeling that things going to go to the right direction. And they will. And it says that one of the best feelings in the world to have the certainty that I'm going towards the right direction. And you will see things that happen in your life that make you feel that things are coming to you miraculously, not connected to logic. I know it's a tool that it's not so working well with our logic. Our logic mind said, why should I give? It's mine. Yeah? Our logic mind is telling me, I see other people that are very happy, very successful, and they don't give anything. So why should I do that? Our consciousness will test me the moment I want to do something good. It's going to test me in a place that I need to overspend. the system of the physical world is always demanding from us to stay selfish. But the cosmic energy, it's all about sharing. And the moment we start practicing it, it says that the abundance, the endless abundance, will deposit more to those people that make a good use of it. It's a cosmic law. You receive to the amount that you're willing to give, not the amount that you're willing to spend in vacations or in other things. Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm not supposed to enjoy life. But this is the reason there is this technology. Use 10% of your, it says, treasure, time, and talent. This is the rule. Okay, so what we learned here today, maybe you can share with me. What have you learned today? Money is not the goal. Money is not the purpose, it's the result. Okay. You want to have more, share more. What else? That one of the purposes of money is to help us to develop spiritually. Yeah? To help us to develop spiritually, to develop our consciousness. The moment we will develop our consciousness, there are less limitations. So, for all the new people, there is a very exciting news. Okay? We're going to start Kabbalah 1, which is the basic course. It's going to be with a very interesting teacher. His name is Konstantin, and he's actually coming from the business world. And he's been a student in the center for many years and applying all the spiritual laws that he's going to talk to you about in his business, in his life. And many of the examples that he's going to share are related to how to bring more abundance to life. What will be the ways to do it? So all of you are invited to join. It's going to happen on the 26th of June at 8:45. You can bring friends. The first lesson going to be free of charge, so you can come and try, you can listen to him. The big benefit that it's going to be, it's not going to be in English, it's going to be in Russian. You don't need these machines. Okay? If you want to learn more about prosperity, there is an amazing book of the center talking about true prosperity, how to attract it to life. What are the ways? You can start learning from it and practicing it in your daily life. Questions? Anyone have questions? Could be in Russian too.
Well, actually, first of all, would like to thank you for your time and thank you for your speech. Well, my question is about, in Russia and, in the whole world, there are a lot of people who got money not fairly, got it from government or steal it from poor people, and they still have great life. They have families, they're happy. So how does it work? Is it not the confrontation between what Kabbalah says us?
Yes. It's a very, very good question, and I'm sure you're all concerned about this question. So the answer for it is to understand that money can be drawn to people through greed, through corruption, through negative ways. But there are side effects to that. For your picture, you see a beautiful house, a beautiful family with cars and everything that they can. But you don't see the inside. You don't see how much chaos will be attached to that long term. Sometimes chaos can happen many years later. The cosmic laws working in a very specific way, but you cannot bypass the rules of cause and effect. It means that if someone owes into something in a very negative way, and because of a negative way, there is a side effect for it. You don't want to be there. You don't want to look at it as example. Look at the good examples of life. More questions?
Thank you very much for your lecture. That was really informative today for me, especially. I hope for everyone as well. My question is about Russia as well, because I'm from Russia.
Yes,
basically,
yes.
you know, it's my place of birth, and I'm really hoping for Russia to develop in future. I'm a naive person, probably. You know that you said about pharaohs who loved gold. And I thought today, we have pharaohs, loads of them, we call them oligarchs. Also, we see the side effects of that. Like 80% of people in our nation are under the line of the normal lifestyle.
Yes.
And I'm volunteering basically 10% of, not each month, but I give away to families who have 4 or 5 children in regions, and I see how they live. I travel a lot.
Yes.
Around Russia. I have friends who live on like 20,000 rubles per month with a family of 3. So we see it every day. Why don't we see here people from pharaohs to listen to that lecture? Why do you think? I mean, oligarchs can give 10% to all these people, and they will live probably much better than right now in the crisis.
Yes. If you know one, I can talk to him.
Yes, I'd love to see these people here in the room. No, sorry, that was a bit...
What's the question
So my
then?
question is how to develop that given in Russia, the charity, the understanding that the charity might help more people.
Yes.
And if you give away even your corrupted money,
okay, I
you can
understand.
show it to
So,
other people.
Very
to
good
give
question.
away.
So how we can bring, it's a good question that we would like probably to see more charities, organization in Russia. We would like to see more people giving to charity. What makes the difference between here or other places in the world that have more charity organizations? So it's all about involvement. You know, the process of Russia is different than the process that happened in different countries in the world. You know that not long ago, everything was different here. And all the capitalism in this country is fairly new. So it's part of involvement. Eventually it will come to that place. How it will come to that place? From each and every one of us that's going to adapt it himself. I mean, we can dream about a global change, but when we start changing ourselves and the people around us, that's how it's all about energy. So it's all about Wi-Fi, vibration. So when there is enough, even small relatively people that do that, it's going to vibrate even to the people that have more of their life, like in the US. You know, so many billionaires that decided to give all their money to charity when they're going to leave the world. All their money. You heard about that? It's a foundation that made by Bill Gates. He recruited about 20 billionaires that willing to give all the money. I mean, after they leave, but of course they're giving right now a lot of what they have. Yeah? And it's all about consciousness. So thank you all for coming here. Looking forward to see you again.